In this video, we'll be analyzing our macro for formatting report. So don't want any comments, those automatic comments. We want to start our macro. So F8. First of all, we will be selecting cell A1. It doesn't even matter if the A1 cell is selected. So it's simple task. F8 again, and now from A1 cell, because this one cell is selected, we write this code to be sure about this. We are going from selection, so from selection dot, what are we doing? We are going to the end. Which end? To the right. And when we go to the end to the right, we select this cell to the right. So this is just control right arrow shortcut in VBA code. Then we want to add here income. So next step, so F8 will be the G1 cell active here, and active offset so from active cell now is G1. We are offsetting 0 rows, 1 column to the right. And once again, we are selecting we are looking at one cell, and what we are doing with the cell, we are selecting it. So F8, we are going to the cell to the right, one cell to the right. And in active cell, we are writing formula. So even simple text is formula for VBA. And then we are, after we write information, so income text in this cell, we are going one cell down, one cell. In most situations, we are using here relative references or shortcuts that for which it doesn't matter which reference we are using, just one cell down. And after this, we have application cut copy mode false. Something went wrong with my code because I didn't copy here anything. So somewhere before our macro, I must have copied something and didn't press escape to turn off this mode. So this line shouldn't be here. So after our debugging, we should delete this line. And now after this, so we are going one cell down. We are turning off our copy mode, and we now can go to formula. So in cell below, so this cell, we are putting our formula, and so we will be putting formula. And then after we put formula here, we use Control Enter shortcut to put our formula, not use proper references in formula, relative reference. So this R and C are for rows and columns, and that's enough for now. And now we are copying our selection, so just one cell, and so F8, and we are going one cell to the left, minus one column, and so minus one column, and then we have to go like this, and we are going down, so control down arrow shortcut, and then we are going, so let's make it like this and make it to down. Okay, and this is one cell to the right, so one cell to the right, and then we are selecting range, so Control Shift up arrow shortcut. And after selecting this range from the bottom cell to the first fill cell, we are active sheet paste. We paste our values, our formula, because we copy our formula. And we, after this, application cat copy mode equal false. Here is corrected. We should escape our cat copy mode. And then we will, so we don't have this train running around our cell. So here F8, now we don't have nothing. We don't have, so cat copy mode was turned off. So now we are adding formatting. And once again, VBA editor and American he is. So even if I'm from Poland and I have Polish regional settings, in most cases, if I use standard default shortcuts, I will get here dollars. But when we use those dollars again, if there are default options, standard options, I should have my regional settings, my currency, and so on. So let's check it. So F8, yes, I have my Polish zloty. Then we go with relative reference. So on the developer tab, this was highlighted, but I didn't use click, so I didn't click on this cell, but I use Control Home shortcut. So we go to A1 cell, and after this we select range from selection, so from A1 cell to the end to the right. So this is first part of selection, and this is the second part of selection, so for a range. And if we have this range, so let's make it green, we know what range it is, then Excel VBA is selecting it, and we can go next step. So we have select all headers, and we add bold. Once again, just shortcut, just font bold equals true. And after this, we need to go to dates. So we want to go one row down, as many times before, just relative references and one arrow, in this case down. After this, once again, selection range, this time down. So Control Shift down arrow shortcut for this. F8, yes, I have select dates, and I add short date formatting, and it's not formatting for Polish dates, but once again it's translated from English to Polish if it's default formatting. So next step, I will have my dates as Polish formatted, and active cell columns A, so one column A, entire column once again auto fit. So we are auto fitting our selection. So next step, if the column is wide enough, we won't see any change, but sometimes we need this step, so we'll leave it. And selection current region. So here we use Ctrl Shift 8 shortcut to select current region. Ctrl A would select this precise region, so from A1 to H7. But we want to be dynamic, so we use proper shortcut and we have proper VBA code. And before I go to next lines, we have here borders, so many borders, and we don't need this many borders, but it comes with practice. We don't have to change borders for each side at the same time. If we don't write here H left, just leave it empty, we will be formatting all borders this way, except of these diagonal ones. But we don't, in most cases there aren't any. So I cannot do it because I will be selected. So Analyse. Let's try it again, and we should make proper adjustment after debugging mode. So let's make it just so let's make just one side, and so so we select this region and this whole region, and now we can go non-border, and just let's make it just left border and make it Ctrl+A to go here. So we skip some steps to go borders to the left, and we can use this again. So I can select and let's make some borders right vertical. I don't want, so let's make it at least here, and Ctrl F8, and we can see vertical borders. There are also bottom, top, and right and left, but we can, because of the selection, we can see only those vertical ones, and the last part is horizontal. And we can play here, press play button or F5. So the macro will go on its own. It won't stop here. So it will go to the end. So F5. And we can see all these shortcuts. And I was talking about this. I don't need as many lines for borders. So those lines I will be deleting. This also. Here I add comments to remember it's our borders, and there was one cut copy mode, we don't need it here, it shouldn't be needed. So let's try our macro on the different sheet. So even here also here select range, and shortcut still is active, Ctrl+Shift+F, and it worked. When I know more about VBA, I could more changes to shorten my code, and one step at the time we will learn how to do it.